This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more, so your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit servicenow.com.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, how was it for you to experience your first iteration of time blindness, which is something I suffer with on the daily?
I woke up at 8 o'clock and I had blocked out how much time I needed for everything. And then I went to text you and be like, hey, I'm running like 10 minutes late. I'll be ready at 11:10.
Yeah.
And it was 11:40.
Mm-hmm.
And
keep in mind, I also texted you first.
Yes. And also, and that was me after like I was just, my phone was down because I was like just like straightening stuff up and getting ready and stuff. I thought I had so much time. Do you know what I did? I cleaned my ice machine.
Melissa.
I was like, I have so much time. And then I was like,
I am ahead of schedule.
Yeah. And then I was like, oop, nope. I'm running a little, I need to clean it a little longer than I thought. I'm just 10 minutes late. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened.
I think about that all the time. Like, for me, people have the questions like, where do the bobby pins go? Where do socks go? For me, it is, where does time go? Like, because what do you mean? It's been 5 minutes, but it was 11 a.m. and now it's 3 o'clock. Like
I felt like I truly lost. I still feel like that. I don't understand what the hell happened, because you have a new brush every time we talk. I don't understand what happened because I was like, I'm so on time.
That is me every day. So like, you never have to explain yourself to me. I get it. I get it on a deeper level that I wish I didn't relate so deeply.
And the thing is, with you texting me about when do you want to start, that had nothing to do with me texting you. Like my phone.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was just me picking up my phone to text you to tell you, hey, I'm running 10 minutes late.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it's when time does that, I'm like, that's like such a cruel and fucked up thing, because why would you give me no warning? Mm-hmm. What do you mean suddenly far more time has passed than we thought initially? Yeah. Fucked up. Absolutely fucked up. So no worries. And you know, I feel a little bit closer to you because now you understand my daily
I've
issue.
never judged you.
No, you've not. Not at all.
I just washed my hair and it's too flat. I don't like it. Okay.
I like it.
It's just too flat. Like my
you just watched it.
Yeah, my headphones are sitting tightly on my head.
Oh, that's claustrophobic. You're like, no. There's actually supposed to be a little bit more gaps and air between these things. I understand. Oh, sorry.
What have you been up to this week?
Great question. I peed in a jug. I then accidentally made piss fetish content. I have so far gotten 2 offers of people trying to buy the jug off of me, and I'm like, love your enthusiasm. Are you going to be able to test my cortisol levels as well? If I had seen those before when I was dealing with what I dealt with at the lab, I honestly might have been like, yeah, let me pick up this jug and give this to someone who cares.
How much are they offering?
No, they didn't say.
And I don't trust. There's one thing, like,
I don't want to give you my bodily, like,
yeah, like, it's one thing if I send you my drawers after I've pissed, like, you know, a little damp that's dried up a little bit, but the stench is still there. But like a whole jug where,
like, what are you going to do with it? I feel like you're going to make me of a crime scene. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I feel like it's incriminating.
Like, that's too much.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. And I didn't know if I was being an idiot because I was like, I also wouldn't give someone a lock of my hair for the same reason. There's
so much piss in that jug. What are you doing with all this piss?
And unfortunately, there wasn't enough room in the jug for all of the piss. So I just want to say, and you love to hear this, but you are right. Because we talked about before where you were like, Meghan, you're going to fill this up so fast. And I was like, hey, Melisa, we don't actually know if I pee as much as we think I pee. Because, you know, I'm like, my pee stream's not that. I'm like, maybe it only feels so long because we're in the bathroom and you kept being like, no, Meghan, you pee so much and for so long.
You act like, hold on.
You're right.
When there used to be you, me, and 2 other people that would be along with the recording plus a guest, and we would all go to the bathroom together, who were we waiting on every time?
Me. I just was wondering. I was like, maybe I don't know.
We have to talk. I'm just talking about averages. Just averages. We were always waiting. Like, I could have went and got a drink and then come back and peed again.
You had done that sometimes where you were like, bitch, I went in and out. Like, I put my lunch in the microwave and it will beep by the time that and I came back and you're still peeing. But you're right. Like, it's now
see how Amanda's doing.
Oh yeah. Has she ever peed in a jug?
She had a whole bunch of medical tests done.
Yeah, she was really on that game when we were like, she was like, I'm getting shit done, which that's what my vibe was as well. And then insurance hit me like a ton of bricks. But I will say, not to sound crazy, because I know it's gonna sound crazy, the next day I was like, kind of miss pissing in the jug because I wish that I had gotten 2. They should have given me 2. No one even told me that I should have 2. No one gave me the option. Like, no one's like, no one even like literally there was no conversation about what if I fill it up. I asked, they were like, oh, you can't fill it up too much or too little. And I was like, well, I'm not really concerned about too little. But I was like, but if the fact for them, they were saying that, like, they never even brought up that I should have a second. So I was like, oh, okay, this is like, and I'm not good with spatial awareness. I'm like, this must be more than enough. But I really want to do it again. And I want them to give me, I think they should give me 3 jugs. I don't think I'll fill 3, but I think like that's how I won't be. I won't be like I won't be like holding back.
Yes.
So, but I did learn something new about me, which is that in a single pee, which was like it wasn't my longest pee like at all. It was 800 milliliters, which someone commented who is a nurse, and they were like, "Wait, most people's bladder can't even hold 800 milliliters at one time."
And that's mine probably holds about 200.
Yeah, that's like not uncommon. Like that is more common. And so you must have like quite a large bladder. I'm like, thank you. Like, I don't know.
You do have things that are not in the right places. Maybe it made more room for your bladder.
Maybe that's why my ovaries are hiding and my fucking uterus is backwards because they said we had to make room for this gargantuan fucking bladder that's taking up all this goddamn space. But it was so, and I also didn't take any beta blockers because those I know can like make you pee more. And so I was like really like on top of that, but like they didn't tell me like not to, I don't know, but I guess like everything wrong with me makes you pee more in general. So I was like, oh, this makes sense. But I just like, I want to do it again. And I want to see like what my real output is.
You can honestly just buy some containers and piss in them if you love like that. No,
Melisa, that's like the guy who used to live in my childhood bedroom. Like, no.
And then you can dump it. Piss and dump.
No, I could send it to those men.
That way you can, no, we're not sending that much DNA to people.
I know, it's that foul. But
like, are you using these for a test?
I know.
Are you trying to pass something? They will be able to tell that this came from
a vagina. Anatomy, but like there's a vagina present where this pee is happening.
Yeah.
There is no penis. But I don't know if they're gonna have me redo it. They might. And I'm going to be honest, like,
It seems like you're real game for this, to be honest.
I am now. Well, now I know what now that I understand now.
You've had practice.
Yeah.
Now. You're ready to get to the big game.
I will say though, bitch, if I have to have 2 of them, let alone 3, I'm going to have to make Mott's take me to that appointment because I can't carry all of those.
True.
They are, when
you
Mott's,
might have to get a wagon.
No, I thought about that. The one that's fantastic. We went to the movies and I was like, oh God, I need to go to Costco, get that covered wagon. Like, okay, the Oregon Trail of my piss, like follow the leader. Like it, but anyways, I was like, this is such an interesting experience. And I was grossed out. Mott's was like so not fucking grossed out. And there was like a time that I was like, oh shit, I think I accidentally left it in the bathroom. And he goes, oh yeah, I grabbed it and put it in the fridge. And I was like, yeah, he goes, yeah.
So we were putting it in the fridge?
What's
you
that?
Forgot to get the cooler?
We didn't forget. I spent the whole fucking weekend trying to find a cooler. The coolers? Nope. The coolers.
Oh, it's not cooler season.
It's not cooler season.
That's the problem.
And I was like, are you, and by the way, and I think everyone else in the rest of the country, I can only speak for, knows what we're talking about. I do think it's fucking diabolical that we in California also adhere to these insane 4-season standards about what's available in stores. We still have bikinis year round. Year round we sell bikinis. We do not sell coolers year round. We also do not sell, what was the other one that was like something like that was like quote unquote summary that I was like, but we use this all the fucking time. Like, don't do that. Don't like, oh, bug spray was fucking is impossible to find. I'm like, come on, we still have mosquitoes. Like, please, 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 please. Yes, they get worse, but so we searched and searched, and the only ones we could find were like the Yeti ones that were like $300. And I was like, I don't want to, like, I think that's more expensive than my fridge. Like, I don't want to.
I would have brought it. I'm probably by closer to the beach. They probably had them, like the Marina Del Rey. Ralph's probably had it. There's 2 right next door to each other. Yep. I don't know why, but I would have brought one if I would have known. You should have let me know.
Well, I finally Mott was like, we're putting it in the fridge. Like, chill the fuck out. It is fine. But then he like pulls it out of the fridge again. He goes, yeah, this is heavy. And I go, put that piss jug down. Like, he has zero quality. He was just like, whatever. So, if I have to do it again, he's going to have to come with me. And we're each going to have to carry a jug. Do you know what it was like to be in that room with a jug of piss?
For me, I would have felt empowered. Like, no one knows what I've got over here.
Unfortunately, the bag does say biohazard.
Liquid gold. Yeah, but that could have been anything. It could have been an organ for all they knew.
Yeah, there is a distinct sloshing sound. It's an organ in water.
It could have been, yeah, you know, when you're donating things. Who knows what was being studied back there?
Yeah.
I don't think most people would think that someone would be carrying around that large of bag of piss.
No, because I also think that, like, I wasn't expecting it when she pulled out the family-size Gatorade for me to pee into. I was like, this never crossed my mind that this is what I would be doing. And then I saw my nephew's first t-ball game.
He looked so cute in his little uniform.
He was adorable. He did lose his mitt already, so he had to have an adult-sized mitt.
How did he manage to do that?
Lose it?
Yeah.
He left it somewhere. He left it at practice. They had one practice. My brother-in-law is he's the assistant captain.
Okay. Did he play baseball?
No.
Looks like he did. He either looks like he played or he's allergic to grass.
Honestly, could be both. He might have played when he was like younger-ish, but Mott's was like, he doesn't have much hand-eye coordination. Mott's will always say that he's the athletic one, but he might have played it a little bit.
I'm surprised Mott's isn't out there.
Oh, Melissa, when he was like not sure if he was going to do it, Mott's is pressuring him into it, and then I was like, I can do it. I'm like, that's what I'll do it. Like, that's fine. I'll do it. Like, and I was like, oh God, like there was one kid who was like sobbing, like just so unhappy and miserable. And it was like, everybody was like, come on, it'll be fine. And I'm like, this kid is heaving. Like, get him. It is truly not that serious at all. But they were super cute. There's like one kid who was like so cocky. And I like got a video, trying to get a video of my nephew because he was a little bit bored and he started picking up dandelions and blowing them because he didn't like he wanted to hit or run. He didn't like being out in the field. And I was trying to get a video of him, and I got a video of one of his peers who was like, "This is my first time playing, and by the way, I am amazing." And I sent to my sister-in-law. She was like, "Oh, his parents are going to love this." So it was really cute, and I enjoyed it. It was really fucking early, 9 a.m.
Yeah. It was the first time I went back home after COVID. I was at Noah's T-ball game, and my dad played in like the minor league, so he thinks he's hot shit. And he was really out there trying to coach these kids, and they were like, didn't care. Now they care a lot more. Even Noah didn't care then. It wasn't his strong sport. He's a football star, which I hate. Like, I don't want him playing football. But baseball is his second sport, and he's very good at it too. So like the way that my dad is out there, it's ridiculous.
No, that's Monty's fucking dream. Like, it is literally his dream. And I'm just like, and he's like, I bet our kid's gonna do musical theater. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Do you think my unathletic genes are so strong they're gonna have to do theater? And by the way, that also requires skill. Like, you don't have any of that skill. Like, why? Like, mine's not, like, my traits aren't going to absolutely trump it. Like, everything about me is recessive. Like, we're going to be lucky if I look related to this kid, let alone have any of the same, like, any of those traits. They'll probably just have ADHD. Like, that's the only thing I can, like, it's like more of a...
This is what I'm passing on.
No, that's like truly the likelihood of what I can pass on in whatever the Punnett square. Like, that's probably the most likely thing. But that's like his absolute dream.
I played softball in 5th and 6th grade. That was good. One time I got put in for pitcher.
Ooh.
Never pitched before. Struck out everybody.
Damn, girl.
It was like, everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I honestly don't know.
It's something
I
overcame
don't know.
me.
It really did overcome me. The next game I didn't do as, like, they were like, you're going in first. And I was like, okay.
It's a lot of pressure.
And I don't really care because I didn't love it, but it was my dad.
Yeah.
He wanted me to play, and I liked playing sports. But softball wasn't my thing. And I still did really well, but it wasn't the strikeout that I had done the day before. But I got like the golden mitt at the end of the year.
Oh my God. Where is that now?
Who knows? I told you we moved, so much. My parents, at one point, there's still like a whole bunch of stuff in the garage, and they just had somebody come pick up all the shit in the garage. They were like, we don't care what's out there.
It's too much to even figure out.
Yeah, but like, we've lost numerous family photos.
Oh, you know.
I guess this was before the digital age.
Just a casualty of the moving around all the time. That's not uncommon.
Yeah.
It is funny though, because neither of us, I'm going to be generous and say are strong swimmers, but much like you in softball, as a kid, I had like a family member who I think played baseball or like something. And I did not grow up with any of those parents who are like, let's go take the mitt out and play catch. I was like, I'm going to hang out and play by myself because nobody's home. So when this family member was like, oh, let's like see if you can do it. And they were like kind of like negging me, being a bit of a dick about it. And it started with like T-ball, and I like hit it crazy far the first time, and they were like, what the fuck? And then they like kept doing it on the tee, and then in like 20 minutes they started just throwing it, and I'm like cracking the fucking bat. Took me to the batting cage as like an 8-year-old, and I was smashing it. And I was like, I just don't want to run though. I don't like that, and I don't want to slide and get dirty.
My sister Meghan was the same way too. She could hit the ball so far, but she can't. I mean, she's like she enjoyed long distance running, but baseball, you got to sprint to them bases, and she was not into it. So she was like, as long as I hit it far, I can get to the base.
No, that was exactly it. And I was like, okay. Like, and I remember we did softball in high school, middle school PE, something like that. And I just remember like the pitching was just so so bad. Like, they're not pitching to hit it well because they want to get you out. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like, oh, this is so much effort and I don't want to run. And so I just like really phoned it in and I'm like, could have done it. Like, I was good at that part. And so I keep telling Mats, I'm like, and I danced. I'm like, that also takes coordination. So I'm like, our kid could be athletic.
You could have been a pinch hitter.
Yeah. They tried to get me. Here's the thing. They tried to get me to play volleyball too. And I like wasn't bad at that. But again, I will never, ever, ever in my life dive for a ball in a sport. Like, I'm just not going to do that. Like, I'm never going to like, oh my God, I'm sliding across. Like, I'm trying so hard. Like, if it comes to me, if what's meant for me will come to me. And if it's not, I'm not about to slide on my fucking kneecaps.
It scares me. I actually played softball in a league. Like, it would have been 2019. It was.
I was going to say, that's a big LA adult pastime.
My friend, she played and she's really good at softball. And so they needed somebody to sub in. I was like, okay, where can I go get a glove? Because I'm not touching where somebody else's hand has been. So I wouldn't play it. And I had on this sweatshirt that said popcorn on it, and everybody was calling me popcorn.
Oh my God, you had your own little sports nickname.
I know. It was fun.
I love that.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't like these balls flying at my face in much of the same way on Clueless when they said it. Exactly how I feel. And so I just kind of, I was like, put me in the outfield, but people were hitting in the outfield, and I didn't like that either.
No.
So I said, just let me
go
bat
farther
and
off.
run. Yeah. But it was fun for that day. I should find that glove. Maybe I'll take it back home and play with Noah and MJ when I go. Because I do throw footballs with him.
Hey, that's a skill. Even just throwing the fucking football.
Yeah.
I think I learned how to do that too that same summer. And then I said, screw this. I want to sing in a musical theater. Where's Broadway? They were like, okay. This kid didn't want to get dirty. I had a glitter. I had my clothes, my outfits.
I understand.
Have you finally started watching?
No.
Fuck, Melissa.
I don't even know what you're going to say, but whatever it is no.
You know what I'm going to say.
I have to write a lot for my class,
I know.
And I have soap operas.
I just want you to know that I understand how you feel now when something is so topical and I'm not watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I will eventually watch it, and I know that I will eventually watch it, but I am not watching it at the moment. I'll talk about it.
Sterling K. Brown.
We're talking about Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Mott's literally because I kept telling him, I was like, apparently episode 7's crazy, and I was like,
that's
I really
what I heard
want to get to episode 7, and we got like episode 6. Mott's paused like 9 times. He goes, "Are you sure they didn't say episode 6?" And I was like, "I think they said 7. I think they said 7. I think." And he was like, "I just don't know how it's gonna get crazier." And I was like, "I think we're getting." Like the origin, I think we're getting the story. I think we're like, because similar, like a lot of Dan Fogelman stuff, like it's a lot of flashback and present day, like the whole time. And I was like, I think we're going to be piecing it together a lot more and not just from one person's POV, because that's what a lot of it is. It's just like their experience. I'm like, I think we're going to get kind of like a bird's eye of what happened. And I was just like gasping the whole time.
That's enough. Don't say
but he was going to say though, but Mott's literally afterwards was like, I would bet you so much money that that episode has completely re-ranked like all of the Cinephiles' best television episodes in history. He was like, there's no way that this has not like knocked something off the list, but like knocked something in the top 5, top 10. He's like, I don't know if I've ever seen a better episode of TV. And it's phenomenal. And I can't wait for you to watch it.
Yeah, that's one of those shows I'll sit down and binge and take a whole day to do. And then, yeah,
it's not long.
I'll do it. Don't worry, I'll do it. They automatically renewed it, so that's how I knew it was going to be an excellent show. Also, all the press that Sterling K. Brown is doing for it just makes me fall in love. Because I was already obsessed with him. And separately, I'm also obsessed with his wife.
Adore.
And then, like, they have their podcast out, which I haven't listened to, but I've seen enough clips on it to love their rapport and just, like, her also giving commentary on it while he's just like sitting in the room on his phone on the show. So I'm looking forward to it. I have saved everything that I've come across so that I can watch it after. So it will be the thing that I will be obsessed with, and you're going to be like, okay, I don't remember that. But don't worry, I'll eventually get there.
It's phenomenal. Like, and the episodes aren't long, and there's only 8 of them. Like, it's really
great. I will watch
easy.
it all one Saturday. I guess I could have watched it this weekend.
Don't say that to me.
I could have, because all my plans got canceled this weekend because I was supposed to do something with Sonam, and she's sick. And I was also supposed to do something with Samantha, and she's sick. They both have the same thing. She got better and then got worse again.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, they don't know each other, but they both have the same illness because they both got better and then got worse. And it's like, yeah.
Sinus stuff, or is it like a norovirus?
Neurovirus, probably.
Okay. That's horrible.
Yep.
That's actually... I'm so afraid of norovirus, Melissa.
I know. As am I. But knock on wood. I have no wood near me, but are you doing anything this weekend?
Good question. What is this weekend? I have to do a tape. And we picked up stuff to like start painting the living room, but the weather, we're finally getting rain now.
Yep.
And it is late in the season for us. Like, usually if we reach this point, we're not getting any rain. And so now I'm like, okay, this does
too moist.
Yeah, this does
not like too moist as in like go away, like too moist as in you can't paint because it's too moist.
It will never dry.
Yeah.
Like, so that's been annoying, but I think we'll like come up with some other, I've been like making like lists of all these other plans to do for house stuff, but you know, I think mostly what I have to do is figure out my insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way,
we can talk more about that, though. And
you're right.
See you next Tuesday when you do the results. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting these closets into tip-top shape. I finally put together, I ordered all those pieces
Melissa,
to make a table.
If you wait as long to watch Paradise as you did to actually do the closet and then specifically the table, R.I.P. to me. Oh my God. I forgot what it was supposed to even look like at this point. Wow.
Yeah. And it's heavy because I got wrought iron legs so then the table won't fall over because any regular table you got to put sandbags on it. So that shit is heavy. And the problem was, remember, the company that I got the top from like went out of business or something. They just disappeared and I couldn't figure out what parts I needed to screw stuff in. So what I did was I got liquid nails. And I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. It was literally $2. I could have had this done years ago.
We did that with our bookshelves, and like we spent like probably 5 days trying to like do all of these different like ways to like make it work. And we were like literally brought the things to fucking Lowe's and we're trying to find the exact match, and we're not like, maybe this could be similar. And then finally we just saw liquid nails there, and after like 5 days, and I was like, why was this not the number one suggestion?
I don't know.
Thing.
Literally don't know. I've got rid of a lot of things. Didn't know it was raining this week. The bike is on my side, and also like that metal table. That. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not my living room, so.
What bike would? Oh, you don't mean
the desk bike?
Okay.
Not my Peloton.
I was like, I think you should bring that inside.
I would be angry about my Peloton.
Yeah. I was like, I think we should pause and you should go bring it inside.
No. The desk bike.
Yeah. And I will say that it is a weird level of moistness in the air because yesterday it just drizzled all day.
It was storming over here.
Oh, we had sounds of storms, but then I went outside. The rain, a soft pitter patter.
Starting Tuesday night, it was storming.
Oh, yeah. Ours has been like,
because I was like,
cash.
ALXA, is it raining? Because I didn't feel like getting up, and they're like, yeah, because I didn't know if it was just heavy wind.
Speaking of weather, bitch, were you? How was that earthquake for you?
Barely anything. I heard it coming first. It came from a different direction than it usually comes.
Yeah, because it was in fucking Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it usually comes from the east. What
do you mean? There's a fault. Beverly Hills, like the way that I'm picturing everybody in Beverly Hills losing their minds.
No, I heard it. Also, somebody on TikTok was like, I've been here 10 years and this scared me. And I was like, really? I just heard it coming and I was fine. And they're like, I had my AirPods in. I was like, okay.
Yeah, where we were, it was like long as hell. It shook, but the sound came after, which I hate because for me, you usually hear the sound first. Mm-hmm. And so then I go, an earthquake is coming.
Yeah.
And then you got it. But then when the sound comes after, I go, is something else coming? Like, I already can feel the earthquake. So what is this sound now a warning of? And I have to remember, Meghan, it's just traveling at a slightly different speed. It's the same thing. You're not about to have a tsunami or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, we should probably get up.
I'm closer to Beverly Hills than you are. Like, I barely felt anything.
I think it has to be a fault.
The way that
line aspect.
Yeah.
Like where you land on that or whatever. Or maybe it wasn't even, maybe it ended up not, I think it was rumored Beverly Hills. Maybe it wasn't confirmed that it was Beverly Hills. But I then had to go through earthquake protocol with Mott's because I was like, okay, so like that was a pretty long one. What should we have done? And he was like, go outside. And I was like, no.
What?
And then I was like, wait, do you know what to do when there's an earthquake? He was like, you like sit and wait. And I was like, so no. And so then I literally made him go through what I had gone through every single year, multiple times a year, starting in kindergarten, preschool, really, with an earthquake drill. And then I did an earthquake drill, and then we talked about the different the doorways we should stand in, the doorways we shouldn't stand in. And then we talked about getting under large pieces of furniture. But then we talked about the most important thing is being far away from the windows. And so you have to pick and choose whatever. But if you're near a window under a big piece of furniture, no, go farther away from that. And we like ranked it all. And I was like, damn, you didn't learn any of this. But at the same time, I learned nothing about tornadoes or snow.
Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to ask him how he says it.
Yeah, the amount of times I've been in tornado stuff.
Yeah, I would have no idea what to do. And Kyle is living in Nashville right now, and he
should go hang out with Candace.
He got a tornado warning. I'll tell him. He would love that. They had a tornado warning, and he's texting me like, "What the fuck do I do?" And I was like, "Don't text me. Talk to a neighbor.
He could have Googled and got the answer faster than texting you.
It's just like pictures of him in like very like chic, cute clothes, like being like, I guess I'm getting water. Like what's coming? And then then there was a snowstorm the next day, and I was like, damn, that's a whiplash.
That's the area, and then it'll probably like be 80 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah.
I grew up, sometimes we'd go in the hallway and then duck and cover our heads, or sometimes it'd be under a desk, but hallways usually, because there's no windows in the hallways.
So what state did they do that earthquake preparedness
all
for
of
you?
them.
Oh,
that's not earthquake, that's tornado.
Oh, you never did earthquake?
No, but I watched enough TV in the 90s that took place on the West Coast that they did earthquakes on the shows, and they told you like Saved by the Bell, California Dreams, 90210. I wasn't supposed to be watching that, but
they did an earthquake drill in 90210.
It wasn't like a drill. It was like there was an earthquake, and then they had to go.
Yeah, that one we just felt, that one was, I would say it's like up top like 10 that I felt in LA. Nothing will ever beat the one as a kid.
It broke my top 3 or bottom 3.
Oh, yeah. It's so weird how that works.
Like I was literally like It didn't even sway. I didn't feel anything. Like I felt like I heard it coming and there was a little rumble. And I was like lying in bed naked. And I was like, okay. And then it came, like this is one where I did have enough time to get up and get into
And you said
to get in the hallway. But
that's what I thought about it too, which I was like, that's what I said. We should have gotten up. And Moms was like, to do what? And I was like, oh, we have to figure this out. But I thought the same thing. Like when it goes on a little too long and you go, okay, so should I have gone up?
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
And now I'm like, I guess I get in the closet is where I should go. Okay. Next time.
As long as you don't have shelves.
Yeah, there's not shelves. There's just clothes in there.
I don't know. You've been rearranging your closets. I don't know what they're in there now.
I mean, there is a shelf and it has empty like containers on it, but they're not heavy. They're like cloth containers. That's fine.
Yeah, you're totally
But
fine.
those are coming out whenever somebody reached out to me to do like some market research thing, and they said they'd pay me $250 for less than an hour of my time. And I said, okay, now I can buy two of the things for two of my closets.
Oh, sick. See, maybe I'm going to start selling my piss. We all have skills, Melissa.
Yeah.
And urinating is one of mine.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I'm so good at it. I blame the Bubba keg.
Somebody asked me, I did another survey like 2 weeks ago. It was 15 minutes long. They gave me $150. I'm just LinkedIn.
I was about to say, do I have to make a LinkedIn account?
It's both a nuisance and a blessing.
Yeah. I think most people would probably agree with you.
Yeah. But I get offered weird things all the time. And the money is instant. Like they're like, okay, here's the code to go get the gift card. And it's usually like a Visa gift card. Or you can pick a store that you want.
Wow. They're giving you the offer right off the bat. The guy's asking to buy my pee they just asked. And then I'm like, you're not even going to give me a ballpark?
I don't like that.
I saw someone, because someone else commented being like, this is a big niche. You could do it this. I've done this before. And then I started like looking it up and people are like, oh yeah, I charge like $5 a video. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
It's not worth your time.
No, it's not. Like I don't want to be hustling my pee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want this to be easy money in a single transaction. But you know, it can't all be like that.
Yeah.
It can't all be like that. What are your plans for this weekend?
Well, I was going to be running, but
Well, you can.
yeah.
Might be sunny.
It might be sunny, but like then I don't like the weather. I just got an email from the track and field, but it's like all long distance stuff. Give me the sprinting shit. They just sent it like while we were sitting here.
That's annoying. You mean you don't want to run in like 80% humidity when it feels 20 degrees colder than it actually is outside?
Yeah, no,
Not
for
so
me.
much?
I'm not that dedicated. I'm really probably about 20% dedicated.
Which, by the way, for I think in general, in order to like run at any point in time, like in your adult life, to run for like your physical activity, you are more committed than the rest of us will be ever. Like running, just deciding to running to me is like objectively fucking crazy. And so like when you go, I'm electing to do that, whether it's like for a long time or you're like, no, I just want to run really fast, really quick. Also fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So like you're more dedicated than I could ever be.
Yeah. So, you know, I haven't ran that much this year because air quality and things, but I'm keeping up with my workouts.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Have you seen Gabby, the runner? She's learning how to Dougie, but not on her main page. She has just a side page that says username. And I was looking and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Gabby Thomas, but
Wait,
that's not her name.
Hold on. Gabby Thomas doesn't know how to Dougie?
No. And so she has a side account where it just says user with a whole bunch of numbers where she's like trying to Dougie. And I think she's getting worse. She's only on like day 4 and it's getting worse. And I was confused at first because I was like, this isn't her actual page. What is going on? Did somebody like steal her content or something? That is her. And then other people were like, you look like the other Gabby.
Stop.
You know, when Gabby Douglas tried to.
I was going to say, I will say, though, I've seen this trend of people being like learning how to Dougie. I don't want to come for people. They're not doing the original Dougie.
No,
and
they're not.
I understand why, because that one is harder.
They're doing the Douglas.
Yes. And every time I see that, I'm waiting for someone to go learning how to Dougie, and it's actually the fucking Dougie. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that's aging me or whatever, but I'm just like,
the main girl that I saw that started this, she has gotten exponentially better. She just needs to start putting more into it. Like, she's got the basic movements in, but she's doing it at like a 10, and she needs to ratchet up to 115.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you this. When I say, hold on, when I say the word Thizzle Dance.
No clue what you're talking about.
Shut the fuck up. Melissa, this has actually been the biggest thing that has rocked my world, because as I always do, there will always be a part of my For You page that is Bay Area TikTok. Like, it will just forever.
Yeah. I get Arkansas stuff too.
Exactly. And so one of the things came up, and it was like, when, the trend of being like, when he asks you for like a dance, and you all how to, you grew up in the Bay Area and the hyphy movement. And so like, it's like being like when he asks you to dance for him, and like you're a ballet dancer or whatever, like, and it's being like, oh, I can't dance sexy like that. And I was like laughing so hard, because I was like, oh my God, love this, reminiscing the songs. And I was like walking around, and I was like singing it to Mott's, and he goes, what the fuck is that? And I was like,
what's the song?
Thizzle Dance.
That's the name of the song?
And so I said the same thing to Mott's, and I said, because for me, I so deeply understand like niche Bay Area music. Like, there are songs that I'm never even going to bring up, because I don't assume anybody else fucking knows them. You're like,
I'm out here listening to Krayshawn.
And so when Mott's, like, if Mott's like sings a song, I go, oh my God, you know who they, like, I will be like impressed. This to me is like a whole, I fully thought that this was like so much bigger than just the Bay Area. And I'm like, oh my God, we must have looked like fucking freaks. And I will read you the lyrics. And it's like so hard for me not to just immediately sing it.
Can you just play it?
Okay. So do you don't know who Mac Dre is?
Not by name.
This is blowing my mind. Again, if you ask me the most popular song to come out of the Bay Area, Thizzle Dance, I would have assumed.
You're not saying a Too Short song?
No, but I'm saying I assumed. I'm like, I never even questioned if people knew, because I'm like, well, yeah. Like, to me, I'm like, it was so big that there was no way in my mind that it wasn't everywhere. But I also have to realize that, like, there are some songs that are like some music that when I went to college in Riverside, which is Southern California, people who don't know, that like people were like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, you don't know. But like this, like,
I do like this.
I mean, if you would play that, I'd be like, this song came from the Bay Area.
And then it goes, can you do the Thizzle Dance? And like, to me, it is like the Cupid Shuffle. Like, it literally tells you how to do the dance. Everyone does the dance. And so I'm like, wait, this wasn't a universal experience for everybody in their Sherry Hill prom dresses, squatting on the ground, fizz face, holding up a tea, and then literally going like, look, you smell some piss, and like flapping your arms like a bird. And I did it for Mott's, and Mott's was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I didn't realize that this was like so niche.
Yeah, I mean, the song sounds good. It's definitely a Bay Area beat with the everything that's going on, but like I've legit never heard of it. Is Too Short on it?
No, of course not.
I don't know. He could have hopped on a remix.
That is a good question. Like, what is Mac Dre doing today? He's a Cancer, born July 5th. Oh my God. See, this is where I really should have done a Google search. Melissa, he is quite literally from like Marin. This is getting even more niche. She's from Vallejo, which some people will argue is not Marin. And to that, I will say, it's not necessarily Marin, but it is actually technically Marin. Most people will just say it's not. Oh, R.I.P.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, R.I.P.
Is a founder of an independent record label, Thizz Entertainment. Oh my God, they never found who killed him. Horrible. I'm gonna need to figure this out. He went to jail for 5 years. But it seems like his friends went to rob a bank, but he stayed in the car, and he didn't know they were going to go rob a bank, but then they said that he conspired to commit it, and he said no. But yeah, so do you know Andre Nicotina?
No.
Wow. Okay, this is Keek to Sneak?
Nope. No, Black Alicious.
I don't know who that is.
My cousin's in it.
Like a rap?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never met him, but he is
my
cousin. His dad is my mom's first cousin. And he sometimes lives in Vegas. When he has a house, I call him, he's my mom's first cousin, technically my cousin. I call him my uncle. So,
yeah, because age.
Yes, he is older than her.
Yep.
So, like when the fires were happening, I was like, hey, Uncle Larry, are you in Vegas at your house in Vegas? And he was like, no, but I have tenants living there. Do you want me to kick them out? And that is family.
Oh my God. No, that is, and like, that's the family you want.
Not. He's like, well, I have a lock on my room if you want to go and stay there. But yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know E40.
Of course.
Okay. I just had to get a temperature check because this has just been great. Like, this has been a wild experience for me. And I've never felt more like, thank God I grew up in the Bay Area, because when Mott's is like showing me some other, like, not to come for anyone, but East Coast rap, and he like listened to like some of each because, you know, where you are. But I go,
yeah,
there was something.
Machine Gun Kelly.
That's a banned topic in our home. But it's like, there's just something like so fucking theatrical about Bay Area rap. Like, it is like such a production, and I'm like, oh my God, imagine if I grew up anywhere else. Like,
I mean, the South, that's also quite a production.
Quite a theatrical. Like, yes. It's like so campy, and I'm just like, I love this, and I still know all of the words. And I was like, wait, Ma, it's like, you have never like just like taken a picture with your friends and like you all just like throw the Thiz face. And I'm just like, no. I was like, oh babe, there are pictures of me, 17 years old, feather hair extensions, white girl in her Sherry Hill prom dress. I didn't have a Sherry Hill prom dress. That was too expensive. But I'm just like, that was it. And I would like to implore anybody to listen to Thizzle Dance by Mac Dre. Learn to dance. Make it the new Cupid Shuffle.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
No. Considering there's literally a lyric about being like, look on your face like you smell some piss, and then you have to like what? You have to do a whole thing, and you flap your arms like a bird. You have to have good knees.
Well, on that note, I think we should end this episode. Someone on Spotify said, for last week's episode, best episode of Fisting Friday in a minute, LMAO at the hot topic for sluts. Thank you for sharing the hilarious graphic tees. Can't wait to see your new business ventures.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that other people derived as much joy from Who Ate All the Pussy.
Please don't. I can't.
Who ate all the pussy?
No, I hated it so much. I still hate it. But as far as like it being best episodes, we're just talking. We come here with no plan.
Absolutely zero plan. On a good day, we write down 2 things about being like what we did to remember like what we did this weekend, or one thing to talk about.
But we're just here to, we could literally probably just have all episodes of us talking, but
easily.
I don't have time for that. All right, Megan.
We hope you all enjoyed, and
join us on Monday for But Am I Wrong? Tuesday for See You Next Tuesday. Wednesday is your catch-up day. Thursday, Don't Blame Me. Friday, we'll be back here for another Fisting Friday, and we will fist you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melisa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Hello, I am Kristen Russo.
And I am Jenny Owen Youngs.
We are the hosts of Buffering the Vampire Slayer once more with Spoilers, a rewatch podcast covering all 144 episodes of, you guessed it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
We are here to humbly invite you to join us for our 5th Buffy prom, which, if you can believe it, we are hosting at the actual Sunnydale High School. That's right. On April 4th and 5th, we will be descending upon the campus of Torrance High School, which was the filming location for Buffy's Sunnydale High, to dance the night away to 90s music in the iconic courtyard, to sip on punch right next to the Sunnydale High fountain, and to nerd out together in our prom best inside of the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
All information and tickets can be found at bufferingcast.com/prom. Come join us.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast, and with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.